Alright, both old tanks have been pulled and pumps are all frozen up, and judging from the noises this is making, not really worth doing much with. Nothing but rust and shit inside there. It's all fucked. And the smell that comes out of them is just lovely. Got the cap off. Hopefully somebody will buy that. Bed's off. Only really rust on the bed here is just your typical Ford rust right here. I have to get a patch panel. But got a nice bed mat in it. Nice and solid. Really solid underneath, which is very surprising considering the rest of the truck, but it's a very odd truck in general. And this is absolutely mint over here. It's all mint along the bottom. Ugh, this is the gas that came out of there. Yeah, it's lovely. So that brings us to where we currently are here. Laziest redneck fuel cell ever made here. This is the pump and sending unit from my buddy's Ranger. I only used it because it clipped right on and I was feeling extra lazy. So let me get a clear container so you can see what comes out of this thing. Alright, so in theory, whatever doesn't make it out this return, which is just going to dump in there, will collect in this return. And that's fine because I'd like to keep the shit out of the fresh fuel. Okay, we're pumping the juice. Oh, I hear shit coming out. From my angle here, it's very brown. So we're just going to keep doing this until the brown stops coming out. Looks like we got most of the shit out of the lines and the rails. It's pretty clean coming out of there. Don't want to waste too much gas on something I have no idea if it even runs. Alright, so now I capped that off so it'll force any return all the way to the back line, to the back tank, and out the pump. So, let's see what we get. Alright, is it working? Yeah. That looks pretty clean. All things considered, that's not bad at all. Okay. Now we're time to see if the truck will start. A Hungry 460, some random battery I tossed in it. I did put a starter on this already because the stock one was completely dead. $44 eBay special, which actually was better quality than I expected. But I sprayed a little ether through it and it did pop off a little bit, so I do know it does have spark, but I haven't pulled the injectors and cleaned them or anything. There's no coolant in here, there's 5-year-old oil, but we're just seeing if it'll even make an attempt at life. Let us see what happens. Oh, my trailer brake controller's on for some reason. Alrighty. Park. Battery connection. Don't make me actually having to tighten you. I might actually have to tighten it. It's alive! It's alive! The first time in 4 years! First crank! Oh! No smoke, no nothing! Oh, this is a winner, boys. This is a winner. Oh my god. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. The gas that came out of those tanks was so disgusting. Those injectors have to be barely pumping anything. Alright, it earned some coolant and it earned an oil change, I think. Alright, so I topped off the coolant. It's got newer radiator hoses on it at least. Actually looks fairly decent in there. It doesn't look too sludgy or anything. It doesn't look great, but it doesn't look bad at all. It could be a lot worse. So I'm going to change the oil. I changed the filter already, drained the old oil. I'm going to put the tubes back on, and we'll see if we can make this thing run for a little bit. was seized solid, so I just cut that belt off. Power steering has no fluid in it, but I want to put fluid in it because the gearbox is bad and it's just going to piss all over, so fuck the pump. But look at how goddamn smooth this thing runs. I mean, I'm pretty impressed. For an engine that hasn't been ran in 4 years to run this amazing after literally nothing. Got a broken manifold stud down there like they always do. I don't know, I might just have to keep this truck. Got a little rust over here. This wasn't here when I bought it. That's another story. Frame is nice and solid. Floor pans are nice and solid. Body mounts are all nice and solid. Rockers are all solid. Except for that one little spot right there. Save it before it gets too bad. I don't know. Might have to keep it. I haven't cleaned the interior or anything yet. 154,000. No tears or anything in the seats. Headliner's mint. I can find the seat donger here. Ah, fuck it. I don't think anyone's ever sat in the rear seat. I don't know, we'll see.